The mystery of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370. On March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur, bound for Beijing. On board were 239 people, passengers, pilots, and crew, from 14 different nations. For many, it was an ordinary red-eye flight. For some, it would be their last. At 12:41 a.m., the Boeing 777 lifted off without issue. Less than an hour later, at 1:19 a.m., the plane's final words were heard. "Good night, Malaysian 370. Minutes later, MH370 vanished from radar. Air traffic control tried repeatedly to reach the pilots, but there was no response. What had begun as a routine journey became one of aviation's greatest mysteries. International search teams scoured the skies and seas. What they uncovered was both puzzling and disturbing. Radar data showed the plane had turned sharply west, away from its flight path. It continued flying for over 6 more hours, sending automated handshakes to satellites. Despite the extended flight, no distress signal was ever sent. Theories spiraled. Was it a hijacking, a mechanical failure, or deliberate sabotage? Investigators examined every possibility. Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah, the pilot, came under scrutiny. A flight simulator found at his home showed a similar route ending in the Indian Ocean. But there was no evidence of motive. Terrorist groups were briefly suspected, but none credibly claimed responsibility. Mechanical failure seemed unlikely. Why would the plane fly for hours off course? The uncertainty left families and the public grasping for answers. 2 years later, debris began washing ashore. A piece of wing was discovered on Réunion Island, thousands of miles from the flight's path. More fragments later appeared along the coasts of Africa and the Indian Ocean islands. These confirmed the plane had ended somewhere in the remote southern Indian Ocean, but the wreckage was never fully located. Despite the most expensive search in aviation history, the final moments of MH370 remain unsolved. Investigators concluded that the disappearance was likely due to intentional human action, but by whom and why remains a mystery. MH370's vanishing shocked the world. For families, it was a crime without closure. Loved ones disappeared without a trace, and no one has ever been held accountable. For aviation, it changed global procedures, pushing for better tracking systems. But above all, it remains a haunting reminder. In the modern age of satellites and surveillance, a plane with 239 people can still vanish into the night.